Have you been feeling like your sex drive has been a bit low lately? Well, it's not uncommon to experience fluctuations in your libido. It can be affected by several factors such as stress, age, and relationship issues. However, certain daily habits can also play a significant role in reducing your sex drive. So if you're looking to boost your libido, then keep watching to learn about 9 daily habits that kill your sex drive according to experts. Before we dive into the topic, please take the time to subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you will get notified whenever we upload a new video. Also, please take the time to like this video so more people can benefit from it. And finally, please make sure to share this video with your friends and family. Number 1. Leading a sedentary lifestyle. Are you someone who spends most of your day sitting down? Well, if so, this habit may be taking a toll on your sex life. According to a study published in the journal PLOS Medicine, men who engaged in regular physical activity had higher testosterone levels compared to those who were sedentary. The study found that just 15 minutes of moderate exercise, such as brisk walking, can increase testosterone levels by up to 200%. On the other hand, sitting for extended periods can lead to decreased blood flow and lower testosterone levels. In fact, research shows that sitting for more than 8 hours a day can reduce testosterone levels by up to 30. So if you want to boost your sex drive, it's important to incorporate regular physical activity into your daily routine. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate exercise most days of the week. Not only will this help improve your overall health, but it can also give you the energy and stamina you need for a satisfying sex life. Number 2. Drinking too much alcohol. How much alcohol do you drink on a typical weeknight? If you're having more than 3 drinks per night, this could be contributing to a lower sex drive. Research shows that excessive alcohol consumption can cause hormonal imbalances in the body, leading to decreased production of testosterone and other hormones related to sexual function. A study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that men who reported heavy drinking habits had significantly lower testosterone levels compared to those who consumed alcohol in moderation. Additionally, alcohol can have a negative impact on your sexual performance. It can cause erectile dysfunction, delayed ejaculation, and decreased sensitivity in the genitals. It can also impair your coordination and reaction time, making it difficult to engage in sexual activity. If you're concerned about your alcohol consumption, it's important to seek professional help. Talking to a therapist or counselor can help you identify any underlying issues that may be contributing to your drinking habits. They can also provide support and guidance as you work to reduce your intake. Remember, there are resources available to help you take control of your alcohol consumption and improve your overall health and well-being. Number 3. Smoking cigarettes. If you're a smoker, it's time to quit for the sake of your sex life. Research has shown that smoking can have a detrimental effect on both male and female sexual function. For men, smoking can lead to erectile dysfunction, decreased libido, and lower testosterone levels. A study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that men who smoked had significantly higher rates of erectile dysfunction compared to non-smokers. Additionally, nicotine, which is found in cigarettes, can interfere with the body's hormonal balance, leading to decreased production of hormones related to sexual function. For women, smoking can lead to decreased vaginal lubrication, making it difficult to achieve orgasm during sex. It can also cause problems with arousal and overall sexual satisfaction. A study published in the Journal of Women's Health found that women who smoked were more likely to experience sexual dysfunction than non-smokers. If you're a smoker, quitting can have immediate benefits for your sex life. Within 24 hours of quitting, your circulation will begin to improve, allowing for better blood flow to the genitals. Within a few weeks, your libido and erectile function should begin to improve, and within a year, your risk of developing erectile dysfunction will be reduced by 50. Number 4. Not getting enough sleep. How many hours of sleep do you get each night? If you're getting less than the recommended 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night, this can take a toll on your sex life. Research shows that sleep deprivation can lead to hormonal imbalances in the body, resulting in decreased production of testosterone and other hormones related to sexual function. A study published in the journal Sleep found that men who were sleep deprived had significantly lower testosterone levels compared to those who got a full night's rest. Additionally, sleep deprivation can cause stress and irritability, which can negatively impact your sex life. When you're tired and stressed, you're less likely to feel in the mood for sex. Getting enough sleep is crucial for maintaining a healthy sex life. It allows your body to produce the necessary hormones for sexual function and helps you feel refreshed and energized for intimate moments. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night and establish a consistent sleep schedule. This will help regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle and ensure you're getting the rest you need for optimal sexual health. Number 5. Eating a diet high in processed foods. What do you typically eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? If your diet consists mainly of processed foods, this can negatively impact your sex life. Research shows that consuming a diet high in processed foods, which are often high in unhealthy fats, sugars, and salts, can lead to weight gain and obesity. These conditions are associated with hormonal imbalances, including decreased testosterone levels and increased estrogen levels in men. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that men who consumed a diet high in processed foods had lower testosterone levels compared to those who consumed a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. To improve your sex life, it's essential to prioritize a healthy diet. Focus on consuming whole, unprocessed foods such as lean proteins, complex carbohydrates, and healthy fats. These foods provide the necessary nutrients to support hormonal balance and overall sexual health. Limit your intake of processed foods, sugary drinks, and excessive amounts of caffeine, as these can all contribute to hormonal imbalances and decreased sex drive. Number 6. Using mobile phones while lying in bed. Have you ever found yourself scrolling through social media on your mobile phone while lying in bed? While this may seem like an innocent habit, it can actually be detrimental to your sex life. The blue light emitted from mobile phone screens can interfere with the production of melatonin, a hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle. This can make it more difficult to fall asleep, leading to sleep deprivation. As we know, sleep deprivation can cause hormonal imbalances that negatively impact your sex drive. Additionally, using mobile phones in bed can cause mental stimulation, making it harder to relax and connect with your partner. The constant notifications and messages can also create a barrier between you and your partner, hindering intimacy. To improve your sex life, it's important to establish a screen-free zone in the bedroom. Avoid using mobile phones, tablets, and computers in bed. Instead, opt for a more traditional approach by reading a book or engaging in intimate conversations with your partner. Number 7. High stress levels. Does your to-do list seem to be never-ending? If stress is constantly weighing on your mind, this can have a significant impact on your sex life. Research shows that chronic stress can lead to hormonal imbalances in the body, resulting in decreased production of testosterone and other hormones related to sexual function. A study published in the journal Biological Psychology found that men who experienced high levels of stress had significantly lower testosterone levels compared to those who had lower stress levels. Additionally, stress can cause physical symptoms such as muscle tension and headaches, which can make it difficult to relax and enjoy sexual activity. To maintain a healthy sex life, it's essential to manage your stress levels. Engage in stress-reducing activities such as yoga, meditation, or spending time in nature. Taking breaks and vacations can also help you relax and recharge, allowing you to approach sexual activity with a more positive mindset. Number 8. Taking hot showers or baths. How often do you treat yourself to a hot shower or bath? While these can be relaxing and enjoyable, they may be taking a toll on your sex drive. Research suggests that taking hot showers or baths can lead to dehydration, which can negatively impact hormone production and sexual function. A study published in the Journal of Thermal Biology found that dehydration can cause significant decreases in testosterone levels in men. Additionally, hot water can cause the blood vessels in the genitals to expand, leading to decreased blood flow and erectile dysfunction. To maintain a healthy sex life, it's important to stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water throughout the day. Avoid taking excessively hot showers or baths, as they can lead to dehydration and hormonal imbalances. Instead, Opt for lukewarm showers and baths, and spend no more than 15 to 20 minutes in hot tubs or saunas. Number 9. Having performance anxiety. Do you often feel anxious or nervous before sexual activity? If so, you're not alone. Performance anxiety is a common issue that can affect anyone. However, it's important to address this issue as it can have a significant impact on your sex life. When you're anxious or nervous about sexual activity, your body produces stress hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones can interfere with the production of testosterone and other hormones related to sexual function, leading to decreased libido and erectile dysfunction. Additionally, performance anxiety can cause physical symptoms such as increased heart rate and muscle tension, which can make it difficult to relax and enjoy sexual activity. To overcome performance anxiety and improve your sex life, it's important to seek professional help. A therapist or counselor can help you identify the underlying causes of your anxiety and develop coping mechanisms to manage your stress levels. They can also provide support and guidance as you work to overcome your performance anxiety and improve your sexual health. Let's talk about what most guys get wrong about men's health and masculinity. So many guys are misinformed or just don't know where to start when it comes to improving their health and overall masculinity. And it's no wonder why. There is so much conflicting information out there, especially online. It can be hard to figure out what is actually good advice and what isn't. In this video, we will go over 6 things that most guys get wrong when it comes to men's health and masculinity. We will also explain why these things are harmful and what you should do instead. 1. Avoiding the doctor. One of the most common mistakes that guys make is avoiding the doctor. Many guys think that they are invincible and that they don't need to take care of themselves. They believe that seeing a doctor is a sign of weakness or that doctors wouldn't be able to help them. This couldn't be further from the truth. Going to the doctor is a sign of strength and self-respect. It shows that you care about your health and that you are willing to take the necessary steps to ensure that you live a long and healthy life. Doctors are there to help you, not judge you. They have seen it all before and are there to help you with whatever issues you may be facing. It is important to remember that men and women have different bodies and therefore require different types of health care. Men are more likely than women to die from heart disease, stroke, and cancer. These are all preventable and treatable conditions, but only if you go to the doctor and get help. Men are also more likely to suffer from mental health problems such as depression and anxiety. But many guys don't seek the help that they need because they think it is a sign of weakness. This could not be further from the truth. Talking to a mental health professional is a sign of strength, not weakness. It shows that you are able to acknowledge your problems and that you are willing to work on them. So please, if you are struggling, reach out for help. Talk to a trusted friend or family member, or seek professional help. You don't have to go through this alone. Number 2. Lifting light weights or not lifting at all. Another mistake that many guys make is lifting light weights or not lifting at all. When it comes to resistance training, there is a lot of misinformation out there. Some people say that you need to lift heavy weights in order to build muscle, while others say that you should lift light weights and do lots of reps. The truth is that both of these extremes are wrong. Lifting heavy weights can actually be counterproductive as it increases the risk of injury. When you lift heavy weights, your body is under a lot of stress, and this can lead to injuries, especially if you don't have the proper form. On the other hand, lifting light weights will not effectively stimulate muscle growth. In order to build muscle, you need to challenge your body by lifting weights that are heavy enough to cause microscopic tears in the muscle fibers. This will stimulate the release of testosterone and growth hormone, which will then trigger muscle growth. The best way to prevent injury while still stimulating muscle growth is to use a weight that is challenging, but not too heavy. A good rule of thumb is to find a weight that you can lift for 8 to 12 repetitions before failure. This will ensure that you are lifting heavy enough to stimulate muscle growth, but not so heavy that you increase your risk of injury. 3. Only eating protein to build muscle. Many guys believe that the only way to build muscle is by eating lots of protein. While it is true that protein is an essential nutrient for building muscle, this is not the whole story. Protein provides the raw materials for building muscle tissue, but it is the resistance training that stimulates the release of hormones like testosterone and growth hormone that actually causes muscle growth. These hormones then use the protein to repair and build new muscle tissue. So if you want to build muscle, you need to do two things: lift weights and eat enough protein. But how much protein do you need? The amount of protein you need depends on your body weight and activity level. A good rule of thumb is to aim for 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight per day. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you would multiply that by 0.8 and get 160 grams of protein per day. Number 4. Ignoring the importance of sleep. Sleep is often seen as a cost to be minimized in favor of other activities such as working, playing video games, or socializing. However, sleep is essential for recovery and performance. When you don't get enough sleep, your body produces more of the stress hormone cortisol, which can interfere with muscle growth. Cortisol also makes you feel hungry, which can lead to overeating and fat gain. In addition to that, lack of sleep can affect your testosterone levels, making it harder to build muscle and burn fat. To ensure that you get the sleep you need, establish a regular sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time each day, even on weekends. Create a relaxing bedtime routine that helps you wind down before sleep. Avoid caffeine and alcohol before bed, and make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. Getting enough sleep is one of the most important things you can do for your health and well-being. 5. Overtraining. Overtraining is a common mistake that many guys make, especially when they are first starting out. Overtraining can happen when you lift weights every day without giving your body enough time to rest and recover. When you overtrain, your body produces more of the stress hormone cortisol, which can lead to fatigue, muscle breakdown, and injuries. To avoid overtraining, make sure to take at least one day off per week. On your rest days, you should still engage in light physical activity such as walking or swimming. This will help improve blood flow and reduce inflammation throughout your body. You should also make sure to get enough sleep on your rest days, as this is when your body repairs and builds new muscle tissue. 6. Not getting enough sunlight. Sunlight is essential for maintaining healthy testosterone levels. When your body is exposed to sunlight, it produces vitamin D, which plays a key role in testosterone production. In addition to that, sunlight also helps regulate your circadian rhythm, which is important for sleep and testosterone production. Many guys don't get enough sunlight because they spend too much time indoors. If you work indoors and live in a city, you may not get enough sunlight during the week. On weekends, you may be busy with other activities and forget to get some sun. Make an effort to get outside and get some sunlight every day. Go for a walk during your lunch break or spend some time in the park after work. If you can't get outside, try using a sunlight lamp. A low libido is more common than you might think. In fact, according to studies, around 40% of men experience a low sex drive at some point in their lives, and that percentage increases even further when you consider that nearly half of all men between the ages of 20 and 39 have admitted to experiencing sexual difficulties in the past year. However, while low libido can be normal from time to time, it could also be the warning sign of an underlying medical condition or simply a side effect of certain medications. If you've noticed that your interest in sex has been declining lately, here are 3 hidden signs that you should pay attention to. Number 1, erectile dysfunction. The most obvious sign that you may be suffering from a low libido is erectile dysfunction, otherwise known as ED. ED is a common problem for men of all ages, affecting up to 30 million American men alone. But did you know that it's often the first indicator of a low libido? In fact, researchers have found that men who experience regular episodes of ED are 4 times more likely to suffer from erectile dysfunction later on. The reason for this is simple. When you have a low sex drive, your body doesn't produce enough of the hormones needed to promote healthy erections. This means that even if you do become aroused, you won't be able to get or maintain an erection firm enough for intercourse. Fortunately, there are many things that you can do to improve your erections and reduce your risk of developing ED. One of the best ways to do this is by getting regular exercise, which will help increase blood flow throughout your body, including your penis. You should also avoid smoking and limit your alcohol consumption, both of which can damage blood vessels and interfere with hormonal balance. Finally, make sure that you're eating a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. These foods will provide you with the nutrients you need to maintain healthy erections and overall sexual function. Number 2, difficulty achieving orgasm. Another hidden sign of a low libido is difficulty achieving orgasm, whether you're male or female. If you've been having trouble reaching climax during sex, this could be due to a variety of factors, including stress, anxiety, and relationship problems. However, it could also indicate that your hormones are out of whack and that your sex drive isn't what it used to be. After all, hormones play a major role in sexual desire and arousal. So when they're not at the right levels, it can definitely take a toll on your ability to reach climax. This is especially true for men, since they rely on testosterone to produce the physical changes necessary for orgasm. So if your testosterone levels are low, you may find it difficult to get hard enough for sex or even ejaculate at all. The good news is that there are several things you can do to boost your hormone levels and improve your chances of reaching climax. One of the most effective methods is taking testosterone supplements. These supplements are available in a variety of forms, including pills, shots, and gels. Just be sure to talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement, as they can interact with other medications you're taking. In addition to boosting your testosterone levels, you should also focus on reducing stress and anxiety through exercise, yoga, or meditation. By taking these steps, you'll be able to improve your overall sexual function and make it easier to achieve orgasm. Number 3, decreased nocturnal emissions. Nocturnal emissions, also known as wet dreams, are often seen as a sign of a healthy libido. In fact, most men experience them at least a few times per month. They occur during REM sleep, which is the stage of sleep when you're most likely to dream. During this time, your brain releases a surge of hormones that cause your body to physically react to sexual thoughts or stimulation. This can result in an orgasm and the release of semen. However, if you've noticed that you've been having fewer nocturnal emissions lately, this could be a sign that your libido is declining. This is because wet dreams are a natural way for your body to release built-up sexual energy. So when you have a low sex drive, your body doesn't produce as much sexual energy, resulting in fewer wet dreams. Of course, this isn't always the case, and there are other potential causes of decreased nocturnal emissions. For example, if you've recently started taking antidepressants or other medications that affect your hormones, this could also be to blame. Certain medical conditions like diabetes and multiple sclerosis can also cause a decline in sexual desire, leading to less frequent wet dreams. Ultimately, the only way to know for sure is to talk to your doctor about it. They'll ask you some questions about your symptoms and may perform some tests to determine the underlying cause. From there, they can recommend the best course of treatment, which may include hormone replacement therapy, lifestyle changes, or medication. It's important to remember that everyone is different, and there's no one-size-fits-all approach to sexual health. What works for one person may not work for another. So if you're struggling with a low libido, don't hesitate to seek professional help. With the right support and treatment, you can get your sex life back on track. Now that you know the 3 hidden signs of a low libido, it's time to take action. If you've noticed any of these symptoms in yourself, don't panic. Instead, schedule an appointment with your doctor and be open and honest about what you're experiencing. They can help you identify the underlying cause and recommend the best course of treatment. Remember, there's no shame in seeking help, and doing so could significantly improve your quality of life. But that's not all. We want to hear from you too. Have you ever experienced a low libido? If so, what did you do to treat it? Share your story in the comments below, as it may help others who are going through the same thing. We encourage a supportive and informative community, so please be respectful when leaving your comments. Stress destroys men's health. We've all seen it happen in our gyms. The bro who used to be a beast in the gym can no longer put up big numbers. His muscles are smaller and his drive is gone. All because of stress. He stopped working out because of stress. He stopped eating right because of stress. But now he has to deal with the consequences. A weaker body and mind because of stress. But listen, we will not allow you to become another victim. Today, we are gonna go over how stress destroys your gains so that you can fight back against the stress monster. You see, when you're stressed, you most likely have one or more of these issues. 1, you get 0 sleep. 2, you overeat junk food. 3, you drink alcohol. 4, you smoke weed. And 5, you don't work out. All of these issues will cause you to lose muscle, lose strength, and destroy your gains. So today we'll dive into each issue and show you how they affect your gains, and afterwards we'll go over what you can do about them. You see, even though we are all different, we're all also very similar. Every single person watching this video right now has experienced some type of stress that affected their life negatively. That resulted in being unmotivated, demotivated, or simply just not caring. But if you know your enemy, you can defeat him. And your enemy is stress. Number 1, sleepless nights. When you're stressed, you have problems sleeping. You might have anxiety, which keeps your brain active and awake. Your brain is constantly thinking about solutions for the stress problem, or it could be that you literally cannot stop thinking about your problems. In either case, you don't sleep. Now, there are 2 issues with that. First, you don't feel rested when you don't sleep enough, so you won't have the energy to work out. Second, human growth hormone is released when you're sleeping. This hormone is essential for recovering from workouts, repairing muscle tissue, and increasing muscle mass. Without sleep, your body does not release HGH. So without HGH, your body won't recover from your workouts. Your muscles will be in a constant state of breaking down, and you will never gain muscle. What to do instead? You should focus on fixing your stress issues first. If you're experiencing anxiety, then try meditation or other relaxation techniques. It takes time, but eventually you will be able to sleep better again. Number 2, overeating junk food. Listen, when you're stressed, it's very easy to start eating like a pig. That's because cortisol is released when you're stressed. Cortisol is a hormone that increases your appetite. It makes you want to eat more food, especially carbohydrates. Because of this, you find yourself eating more often and more junk food. That's not good for your waistline or your gains. What to do instead? Here's the simple solution. Stop stressing out. Easier said than done, right? Well, every single day, take a few minutes to sit alone and relax. Focus on your breathing. Don't think about any of your problems. Simply breathe in and out and try to empty your mind. Once you've mastered that, you will be able to reduce your cortisol levels and stop eating like a pig. Number 3, drinking alcohol. When you're stressed, you seek comfort. You might hang around people more often. And hanging around people means drinking and partying. And you know what? Drinking isn't bad for you if you do it occasionally. But if you're stressed out and you drink a lot of alcohol, that's a problem. First of all, drinking a lot of alcohol makes you fat. Alcohol contains empty calories that don't fill you up, so you end up consuming more calories without even realizing it. Second, when you're drunk, you make terrible decisions. You might stay up all night partying, or you might order a bucket of fried chicken and pizza. These aren't foods that help you build muscle. What to do instead? Just don't drink when you're stressed out. Find another way to comfort yourself. Go for a run instead. Call a friend or family member, or simply meditate. Number 4, smoking weed. Look, I'm not going to talk about the effects of smoking weed on your gains. Instead, I'm going to share with you the negative effects that smoking weed has on your mental health. Why? Because mental health is an important part of your overall health, especially when it comes to gaining muscle. First, weed affects your motivation. You might say that weed helps you motivate before your workouts, but in reality, it's just giving you energy temporarily. Real motivation doesn't come from weed, but from within. Weed can't fix your self-esteem issues, and it can't fix your confidence issues. In fact, weed can make those problems worse. Second, weed affects your discipline. Do you think you can hit a PR while you're high? No. Discipline is what allows you to push through difficult times. But if you're high, you'll never be able to reach your full potential, because you won't have the discipline to execute your plan. Third, weed can ruin your sleep schedule, and we already talked about how important sleep is for your gains. What to do instead? If you're already smoking weed, stop. If you're not, don't even start. Simply use your energy and money to invest in yourself. No. 5. Not working out. Listen, if you're stressed out, you'll skip workouts. Why? Because you won't have the energy, the motivation, or maybe you just don't know how to handle both stress and training at the same time. Well, first of all, we already talked about how important it is to work out in order to build muscle and burn fat. Skipping workouts will lead to less gains and more fat. But let's go over the real reasons why. You skip workouts when you're stressed. First, you don't have the energy. Being stressed sucks your energy dry. But that's no excuse not to train. You just have to lower your expectations. On extremely stressful days, you might not be able to lift heavy. But that's okay, at least you're still stepping foot in the gym. On those days, do some cardio or just do some light weight sets. You need to show up. Showing up matters more than lifting heavy. Second, you don't have the motivation. Again, that's because stress affects your mental health. But don't worry, you can beat this. Try to remember the feeling you had the first time you did a deadlift. Remember how proud you felt after you bench pressed your body weight. Remember how amazing you looked when you were in shape. Use those memories to motivate you through difficult times. Now, lastly, let's talk about what you can do to overcome all of this. First, you need to fix your stress. And you can do that by taking long walks. Look, humans weren't meant to sit behind a desk all day. We were meant to move. Walking has been proven to reduce stress, improve your mood and increase your energy levels. Take long walks outside. Get sunlight and fresh air. That will help you instantly. Second, implement intermittent fasting. Fasting triggers something called a hormetic stress response. This is your body's defense mechanism that gets activated when you fast. It activates survival genes that extend your lifespan and improve your health. By implementing IF, you can improve your body's ability to defend itself against damage. And third, focus on getting stronger. There's nothing more empowering than being strong. Nothing feels as good as looking at yourself in the mirror and knowing you're strong. So set realistic goals and track your progress. As you grow stronger, you'll grow more confident and motivated. As you gain strength, you'll gain momentum. Before you know it, you'll be unstoppable. You see, beating stress is possible, but it requires effort. You can't just sit around waiting for your problems to disappear. You must learn how to face your fears and fight back against the stress monster. And remember, you're not alone. Millions of guys go through stress, so reach out to a loved one and ask for help. By doing all of this, you will be able to achieve your goals and get the gains you deserve. And if you want to accelerate your results, then we have something special for you. Our team of experts has created the perfect program for anyone who wants to build muscle and burn fat. With our workout program, you'll gain 15 pounds of muscle and lose 15 pounds of fat in 42 days. And if you don't see results, we'll refund your money. 0 questions asked. Click the link below to find out more. Exercise not only keeps our bodies healthy, it also helps us in preventing erectile dysfunction. You must have heard of the term healthy body, healthy mind. It is true in every aspect, and especially when we talk about sexual health. Are you aware that erectile dysfunction affects 30 million men in the United States alone? The number is ever increasing, and it has become a serious cause of concern. But what if I tell you that regular exercise can help you from experiencing this condition? Intrigued? Well, let's find out more in today's episode. Number 1. Exercise increases blood flow. Blood flow is the most critical factor for getting an erection. When you are sexually aroused, your body sends signals to the brain. Your brain then releases certain hormones which relax the muscles in your penis. This allows the blood to flow into your penis and engorges the erectile tissue, causing an erection. However, if your arteries are clogged or narrowed, the blood supply to your penis may reduce, resulting in difficulty in getting an erection. This condition is known as vascular dementia. According to research conducted by Harvard University, men who engaged in regular physical activity had a lower risk of developing ED than those who were less active. The study shows that the risk of developing ED can be reduced by 30% with regular exercise. Another study involving over 2,000 men found that those who exercised regularly had better erectile function than those who did not. It is because exercise increases the blood flow throughout your body, including your penis. Besides helping you to prevent erectile dysfunction, it also improves the strength and firmness of the erection. Number 2. Exercise helps in reducing weight. Being overweight or obese increases the risk of developing erectile dysfunction. Why? Because extra weight can put a strain on your heart and blood vessels. As a result, the blood flow to your penis may reduce, leading to erectile problems. Moreover, excess fat can also lead to hormonal imbalance, which can affect your libido and desire for sex. A study conducted at the Boston University Medical School found that losing even a small amount of weight, such as 5 to 10% of total body weight, could significantly improve erectile function in obese men suffering from erectile dysfunction. Exercise and a balanced diet are the most effective ways to lose weight. Exercise not only helps you in reducing weight, but also improves your overall health and fitness level. It increases your stamina and boosts your energy levels. All these factors play a significant role in improving your sexual performance. Number 3, exercise improves sleep. Did you know that sleep deprivation can lead to erectile dysfunction? Well, it's true. According to a study published in the journal Sleep, men who slept for less than 6 hours a night were more likely to experience erectile dysfunction than those who slept for 7 or more hours. But how does exercise help here? Well, exercise can promote better sleep quality. It makes you feel more relaxed and tired, allowing you to sleep better at night. Besides improving sleep quality, exercise can also reduce stress and anxiety, both of which can interfere with your sexual performance. By reducing stress and anxiety, exercise can help you to focus on sexual arousal rather than performance. Isn't that amazing? Number 4, exercise improves self-esteem. Low self-esteem and body image issues can contribute to erectile dysfunction. Many men experience a decline in their sexual confidence when they gain weight or lose muscle mass. This can be particularly problematic for men who have always been very active and athletic. According to a recent study, low self-esteem was strongly associated with erectile dysfunction. Fortunately, exercise can help you to overcome this problem. When you exercise, you feel more confident in your own body and abilities. You also feel more positive about yourself and your life in general. All these factors can contribute to improved sexual performance. Exercise can also help you to overcome any emotional issues that may be contributing to your erectile dysfunction. By improving your mood and increasing your feelings of well-being, exercise can help you to focus on the positive aspects of your life and improve your overall quality of life. Number 5, exercise helps to quit unhealthy habits. Unhealthy habits such as smoking, excessive alcohol consumption, and drug abuse can all contribute to erectile dysfunction. These habits can damage your blood vessels and nerves, making it difficult for blood to flow to your penis. They can also cause hormonal imbalance and reduce your libido. If you want to prevent erectile dysfunction, it is important to avoid these habits. Fortunately, exercise can help you to quit these bad habits. When you exercise, you feel good about yourself. You are more likely to make healthy choices, such as eating nutritious foods, avoiding alcohol and drugs, and getting enough sleep. All these factors can help you to prevent erectile dysfunction. Besides, exercise can also reduce your stress and anxiety levels, making it easier to break bad habits. Is there any type of exercise that is best for your sexual health? Well, the answer is yes. Any type of physical activity that gets your heart rate up and increases blood flow to your penis is good for your sexual health. Brisk walking, jogging, swimming, cycling, and playing sports are some examples. These activities can help to improve blood flow to your penis and boost your overall cardiovascular health. Cardiovascular exercises are excellent for improving your erection because they increase blood flow to your penis. High-intensity interval training, or HIIT, has been shown to be particularly effective in improving erection. HIIT involves short bursts of intense exercise followed by brief recovery periods. This type of training can help to increase blood flow to your penis and improve your overall sexual function. However, it is important to consult your doctor before starting any new exercise program, especially if you have any underlying health conditions. What are some tips to remember when exercising to improve erection? Here are some tips to keep in mind when exercising to improve your erection. Always warm up before exercising and cool down afterward. This will help to increase blood flow to your penis gradually and prevent injury. Start slowly and gradually increase the intensity and duration of your workouts. Don't push yourself too hard too quickly. Stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water before, during, and after exercise. This will help to improve blood flow to your penis. Wear comfortable clothing and shoes that fit well. This will help you to move freely and reduce the risk of injury. Listen to your body and take rest when you need it. Don't exercise if you are feeling unwell or if you have any pain or discomfort. Erectile dysfunction can be a frustrating and embarrassing condition, but it is important to remember that you are not alone. With lifestyle changes such as regular exercise, you can help to improve your erection and prevent future problems. It is always advisable to consult your doctor before making any major changes to your exercise routine. The bedroom is supposed to be the place where you get your best sleep of the day, but that's not what's happening for men, right? You know what I'm talking about. You wake up groggy, tired, and if you're lucky, maybe even a little bit stiff down there. Feeling uncomfortably ready for the day ahead, that's what happens to most guys. But it doesn't have to be that way. So today, we are diving into 6 key strategies to help you unlock peak performance in bed and feel like a real man when you wake up. The research is clear. If you master these techniques, you will unlock better quality sleep, higher testosterone levels, and yes, even bigger, fuller erections. And no, none of this involves weird tricks or practices from certain cultures. We're keeping it simple, scientific, and practical so you can see results fast. Okay, so the first step to having explosive nights and invigorating mornings starts with understanding your sleep. Why? Well, because sleep isn't just about passing out and waking up later. It's a complex process that affects every part of your body, including your downstairs neighbor. Now, if you want to dive deep into the science of sleep, I'll leave a link below to my podcast where we talk all about it. But here's the gist. Your brain goes through 5 sleep cycles per night, each lasting about 90 minutes. In the first 3, your body repairs muscles, builds bone, and boosts your immune system. In the last 2, your body makes proteins and hormones, which means more testosterone and better erections. So if you're only getting 4 hours of sleep, you're missing out on the all-important last 2 cycles, which can affect both your morning wood and testosterone levels. So how do you make sure you complete all 5 cycles? Simple, stay in bed. Most people wake up after 4 hours and miss out on those last 2 cycles. This keeps them stuck in a cycle of poor sleep and low energy, but you don't have to be one of them. Stay in bed until you've completed all 5 cycles. That's 7.5 hours of sleep. If you have trouble sleeping, try to read or listen to something relaxing until you feel tired. Then, once you wake up, avoid checking your phone for 30 minutes. Instead, do some light stretching or take a cold shower to help you wake up faster. Now let me tell you a story. Back in the early days of starting my channel, I was invited to speak at an event for men who were struggling in relationships. They were dealing with erectile dysfunction, low libido, and trust issues. And you know what? Most of them were also battling sleep problems. They would fall asleep at 9 p.m., miss their sleep cycles, and wake up feeling terrible. So I told them about the 5 sleep cycles and how important they were. I gave them tips to improve their sleep, and they actually followed them. Within just 3 months, 87% of them reported better sex lives, improved erections, and increased libido. You see, good sleep is essential for everything, especially your sex life. And this is where I need you to pay close attention. Most guys wake up in the middle of the night for one reason. They go to sleep with a full bladder. You know that uncomfortable, slightly inconvenient situation we all find ourselves in. Sometimes it's even worse than that. You're having a dream, things are heating up, and then, bam, you wake up to an empty bed and a trip to the bathroom. Not exactly the kind of trip you want to be taking in the middle of the night, right? The good news is you can fix this, and it's incredibly easy. Just follow these 3 steps. First, cut back on fluids after dinner. This is the main culprit. Drinking too much water too late in the day can make nighttime trips inevitable. Second, try to urinate completely when you go. Don't strain or push it out. Just go with the flow and let it all out. Third, elevate your legs for 10 seconds whenever you go to bed. This improves circulation, reduces swelling, and helps you sleep longer without interruptions. Okay, so we talked about the importance of sleep and staying in bed until you finish all your cycles. We also covered how to reduce those pesky midnight trips to the bathroom. Now let's move on to something equally crucial. You see, when we sleep, our bodies go through a natural process of muscle relaxation. This is great for repairing tissues and building muscle, but it can cause a bit of a problem, especially in the bedroom. The muscles in your penis can become relaxed, leading to less morning wood and even erectile dysfunction. But fear not, because I've got a few tricks up my sleeve to combat this issue. First, practice good sleep hygiene. Okay, I know I keep mentioning sleep, but it's like the bedrock of your entire sexual experience. A simple change like adding blackout curtains can work wonders for your sleep quality. Second, consider pelvic floor exercises. Yep, you heard me right. Strengthening the muscles in your pelvic floor can make a huge difference. You can start with exercises like Kegels and gradually work your way up. I'll include a link to a video with more details. And third, invest in a supportive mattress and pillow. Your comfort matters, so choose wisely. Imagine waking up with a bang instead of a whimper. Yes, I'm talking about morning wood. It's a natural phenomenon that happens when your body produces a surge of nitric oxide. And you might be wondering why this happens. Well, it's your body's way of getting your blood flowing and preparing for the day. However, it can be a bit embarrassing if you're not prepared for it. So here's a simple trick to prevent morning wood. Keep a towel or a blanket handy, yes, really. When you wake up in the morning, head to the restroom. Take care of your business, wash your hands, and then dry yourself thoroughly. Use a towel or a blanket to cover your package when you leave the bathroom. This prevents any unwanted surprises during those precious few minutes when you're getting ready in the morning. Trust me, it's a game changer. Now, this tip is not for everyone. If you're happy with your current routine, then there's no need to change it. But if you're looking to level up, let me show you how to transform your morning routine into a testosterone-boosting power hour. Step 1. Get up and get moving. Exercise is like rocket fuel for your testosterone levels. And the good news is, you don't need to spend hours in the gym to see results. Even a quick 10-minute session can make a difference. So put on those running shoes and go for a jog, or hit the pavement with some high-intensity interval training. Trust me, your body will thank you for it. Step 2. Focus on compound movements. Now, if you prefer to lift weights, focus on compound movements like squats, deadlifts, and bench presses. These exercises engage multiple muscle groups, leading to a more significant release of testosterone. Step 3. Eat like a king. Nutrition plays a vital role in maintaining healthy testosterone levels, so make sure you're eating enough protein and healthy fats. And don't forget about the importance of vitamins and minerals. A well-balanced diet with plenty of fruits and vegetables can make a world of difference. Now let's delve into the final frontier of male enhancement, your diet. Believe it or not, what you eat has a profound impact on your performance in bed and your overall health. So it's time to ditch the junk food and embrace a healthier way of eating. Start by cutting back on sugar. I know it's sweet and delicious, but it's also the enemy of good testosterone levels. Excess sugar can lead to weight gain, inflammation, and reduced libido. So it's time to say goodbye to those sugary treats. Next, reduce your saturated fat intake. Saturated fats found in processed meats and dairy products can wreak havoc on your hormone balance, so it's crucial to monitor your consumption of these bad boys. And finally, don't forget about those pesky toxins. Exposure to environmental toxins such as BPA and phthalates can interfere with your hormone production, so it's essential to choose BPA-free water bottles and avoid using plastic containers. By making these simple changes, you'll be well on your way to a healthier, more vibrant you. Remember, small changes can lead to big results, so don't underestimate the power of these seemingly simple tips. And if you're eager to dive deeper into the world of men's health and sexual wellness, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, stay strong, stay healthy, and embrace the journey to becoming the best version of yourself. When it comes to discussing sexual health with men, there are certain topics that are often overlooked or not discussed openly. One of these topics is porn consumption and its potential impact on a man's health. While many people are aware of the possible negative effects of excessive porn consumption, such as erectile dysfunction and decreased libido, what else might men be missing out on when it comes to this topic? In today's video, we will be discussing 7 things that men's health experts don't tell you about watching too much porn. So if you're ready to learn more about your sexual health, then stick around until the end of the video. Number 1. Pornography can cause a decrease in self-esteem. It's common knowledge that pornography can cause a decrease in self-esteem, but most people don't realize why this happens. When you consume pornography, your brain releases a surge of dopamine, which is a feel-good hormone. This dopamine rush creates a sense of pleasure and satisfaction that can make it difficult to feel the same level of excitement and pleasure during sex. As a result, you may start to compare yourself to the actors in porn and feel inadequate because you are unable to match their level of performance. Studies have shown that this phenomenon is known as porn-induced erectile dysfunction, or PIED, and it can lead to a decrease in self-esteem and feelings of inadequacy. It's important to remember that everyone has their own unique qualities, and that comparing yourself to others can be detrimental to your mental health and well-being. Number 2, pornography can lead to relationship problems. The impact of pornography on relationships is a complex and highly debated topic. However, some studies have suggested that consuming pornography can lead to relationship problems for several reasons. Firstly, as previously mentioned, pornography can cause a decrease in self-esteem and satisfaction in one's own sex life. This can lead to tension and communication breakdown within a relationship. Additionally, frequent use of pornography can become a form of escapism, which can cause neglect of one's partner and the relationship. Some individuals may also experience a loss of interest in their partner due to the overstimulation they get from pornography, leading to a decrease in intimacy and emotional connection. Furthermore, watching pornography may cause unrealistic expectations and preferences in the bedroom, which can cause dissatisfaction and tension between partners. It's important to note that while some people may not experience any negative effects on their relationships from watching pornography, for others, it can be a source of significant distress and dysfunction. Number 3, pornography can affect sleep quality. The impact of pornography on sleep quality is an often overlooked yet significant issue. Several studies have investigated the relationship between pornography consumption and sleep disturbances. The results suggest that excessive pornography consumption can lead to insomnia and other sleep-related issues. The stimulating nature of pornography can overexcite the brain, making it difficult to relax and fall asleep. Additionally, the blue light emitted from screens used to access pornography can interfere with the production of melatonin, a hormone that regulates sleep-wake cycles. Moreover, the emotional and psychological effects of pornography consumption can contribute to increased anxiety and stress levels, further disrupting sleep patterns. It's important to note that while occasional viewing of pornography may not have a significant impact on sleep quality, excessive consumption can lead to substantial sleep disturbances. Number 4, pornography can lead to decreased empathy. It's important to note that there is limited research directly examining the link between pornography consumption and decreased empathy. However, several studies suggest that desensitization to violence and sexual content through media consumption can lead to decreased empathy and reduced prosocial behavior. Some experts theorize that frequent exposure to graphic sexual content in pornography can desensitize individuals, making it difficult to connect emotionally with others. Additionally, the objectification of individuals in pornography may contribute to the perception of real-life people as objects of sexual gratification rather than human beings with feelings and emotions. This can lead to a decrease in empathy and hinder one's ability to form meaningful connections with others. Number 5, pornography can cause difficulty in experiencing orgasm. It's no secret that pornography is overstimulating, but what does that mean exactly? Overstimulation means that your body's pleasure receptors become numbed and less sensitive to stimulation, much like how you might become accustomed to listening to music at a certain volume, and it becomes harder to hear the subtle nuances in the music. Similarly, your body can become accustomed to the intense visual and auditory stimulation of pornography, making it difficult to experience the same level of pleasure and orgasm during sex. This phenomenon is known as the adaptation effect, and it occurs when your body becomes accustomed to a certain level of stimulation and requires more intense stimulation to achieve the same level of pleasure. As a result, you may find it more difficult to orgasm during sex, because the level of stimulation required is higher. Number 6, pornography can cause decreased sensitivity. Pornography can cause decreased sensitivity both physically and emotionally. The constant exposure to intense sexual stimulation in pornography can lead to a desensitization of the body, making it difficult to feel the same level of pleasure and arousal during sex. This phenomenon is known as sensory adaptation, and it occurs when the brain becomes accustomed to a certain level of stimulation and requires more intense stimulation to achieve the same level of response. Additionally, the emotional aspect of intimacy and connection can also be desensitized by the overstimulation of pornography. The brain can become accustomed to the artificial and often unrealistic portrayal of sex in pornography, making it difficult to feel the same level of excitement and anticipation during sex. As a result, you may find it more difficult to connect emotionally with your partner and experience the full range of emotions associated with intimacy. Number 7. Pornography can lead to a preoccupation with sex. A preoccupation with sex is a common symptom of sex addiction, which is a real and serious condition that can affect anyone regardless of age, gender, sexual orientation, or relationship status. It's important to note that a preoccupation with sex is not always a bad thing. However, when it begins to negatively affect your life, relationships, work, or studies, it may be a sign of an addiction. People who are preoccupied with sex often fantasize about it constantly and feel an overwhelming urge to engage in sexual activity. They may also spend a significant amount of time and energy seeking out sexual experiences, which can lead to neglecting responsibilities and deterioration of relationships. This preoccupation can also lead to feelings of shame and guilt, as well as a fear of being judged by others. If you or someone you know is struggling with a preoccupation with sex, it's important to seek professional help. With the right support and treatment, individuals can overcome sex addiction and live healthy and fulfilling lives. In conclusion, while there is still limited research on the topic, the available evidence suggests that watching too much pornography can have a negative impact on a man's sexual health. From decreased self-esteem to difficulty experiencing orgasms, the potential consequences of excessive pornography consumption are far-reaching and can significantly impact a man's life. It's important to be aware of the possible risks of pornography consumption and take steps to protect your sexual health. By educating yourself and others about the potential dangers of excessive pornography consumption, we can help create a healthier and more informed society when it comes to sexual health. So, if you found this video informative, please like and share it with your friends and family. The problem is that most men are dealing with health issues such as low testosterone levels, erectile dysfunction, low sperm count, prostate enlargement, and hair loss. But they don't even realize it because they have been fed misinformation by so-called experts that do not have their best interest at heart. So today we will be exposing 4 men's health myths that are actually ruining your relationship. And these are the exact reasons why your partner might not be interested in sex anymore. Stick around until the end, because the last one is something that every man needs to know. And before we dive into this, please make sure to hit subscribe, because here we do our best to provide you with helpful and useful content that will improve your sex life and your relationship. Also, if you want more information on this topic or similar topics, you can check out our blog, which is linked down below. And now let's begin. Number 1. Frequent masturbation will cause prostate cancer. Many men believe that frequent masturbation leads to prostatitis, but this couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, studies conducted by the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases have concluded that there is no link between prostate cancer and masturbation. So put those worries to rest and embrace self-pleasure as a healthy and normal part of your sexual experience. Number 2. Pornography can cause erectile dysfunction. This is another myth that can have detrimental effects on your sex life. The belief that pornography causes erectile dysfunction is simply not true. However, it's important to acknowledge that excessive pornography consumption can lead to decreased libido and a desensitized sex drive. This may result in difficulties getting physically aroused during sex, because you may become accustomed to the unrealistic scenarios and heightened stimulation provided by porn. It's important to remember that everyone's response to pornography can differ, and some individuals may face challenges in achieving arousal due to overexposure. Number 3. Wearing tight pants will cause infertility. So many young guys fall for this trap, but here's the truth. Wearing tight pants will not cause infertility. There is absolutely no scientific evidence to support this claim. However, it's crucial to recognize that extremely tight jeans or underwear that leave marks on your body can cause temporary discomfort and affect blood circulation in the area. While this won't lead to infertility, it can cause some degree of erectile dysfunction, making it difficult for you to achieve an erection firm enough for sex. So make sure you find clothes that fit you well, allowing for proper blood flow and comfort. After all, feeling good in what you wear can also boost your confidence and overall well-being, which is essential for a healthy sex life. Number 4. Being a man means you can't get an erection as a result of stress. This is a common misconception that can have serious consequences. Men typically tend to bottle up their feelings and push through stressful situations without seeking support, believing that showing vulnerability is a sign of weakness. This can lead to a buildup of stress and eventually impact their sex lives. While it's true that stress can cause erectile dysfunction, it's primarily associated with psychological stress rather than physical strain. If you're experiencing difficulties getting an erection, it's essential to consider the emotional toll it may be taking on your body. By acknowledging the emotional aspect of erectile dysfunction, men can take proactive steps to address their stress levels and seek help when needed, ultimately improving both their mental health and sexual well-being. In addition to these 4 points, it's important to discuss 3 crucial aspects of men's health that are often overlooked but are vital for overall well-being and a fulfilling sex life. First, prioritize your mental health. Men tend to suffer in silence and struggle with emotional vulnerability, often avoiding therapy or counseling when facing mental health challenges. This can lead to unresolved issues and negative emotions that spill over into other areas of their lives, including their sex lives. It's essential to break the stigma surrounding mental health and encourage men to seek help when needed. By prioritizing mental health, men can develop healthy coping mechanisms, manage stress effectively, and improve their overall well-being, which positively impacts their sex lives. Second, regular checkups and screenings are crucial for early detection and prevention. Many men neglect routine medical checkups and screenings, which can lead to the worsening of health conditions and a higher risk of complications. This is particularly concerning for men's specific health issues like prostate cancer, which can have significant impacts on sexual function if left untreated. Encouraging men to prioritize regular checkups and screenings can help detect problems early when treatment is most effective. By staying proactive about their health, men can reduce the risk of severe complications and maintain a higher quality of life, including a better sex life. Third, maintaining a balanced diet is essential for overall health and well-being. A balanced diet can help prevent obesity, high blood pressure, diabetes, and heart disease, all of which can contribute to erectile dysfunction and other sexual problems. Men who prioritize a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains are better equipped to maintain a healthy weight, control blood sugar levels, and reduce inflammation throughout their bodies. By making conscious food choices, men can improve their overall health and enhance their sexual function, leading to a more enjoyable and satisfying sex life. Men's health is an often overlooked but crucial aspect of overall well-being. By understanding the common myths and misconceptions, as well as the importance of mental health, regular checkups and a balanced diet, men can take charge of their health and prioritize their sexual well-being. Remember that seeking professional help when needed is a sign of strength, not weakness. Taking care of your health means taking care of your sex life, and that's something worth fighting for. Now we want to hear from you. Are you aware of any other men's health myths or misconceptions? Have you faced any challenges related to men's health? Feel free to share your thoughts, experiences, or any helpful tips you might have for others in the comments section below. We value your input and encourage open conversations about men's health. And if you found this video informative and helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from this information. We appreciate your support and look forward to continuing to provide you with valuable content on men's health and sexual well-being. I have been an overweight man. I have struggled with body image issues. I have dealt with fertility issues. and I can tell you from experience that it can be extremely difficult to get quality information when you are looking for help. There are so many people online telling you to buy this or do that, and it becomes very difficult to separate the signal from the noise. So I have put together a panel of experts. We've got doctors, we've got nutritionists, we've got trainers, and we're going to try to answer some questions. Here's one question. The question is, how do you prevent hair loss as a guy? Well, I am not a medical professional, but I will share with you the things that I have learned over the years. Number 1, genetics play a huge role in this. If your family members are balding, chances are you might follow that same pattern. But there's also lifestyle factors that can influence your hair loss. One of those factors is nutrition. Make sure that you're eating enough protein, enough healthy fats, fruits and vegetables. All of those things can play a role. Another aspect of it is stress. Stress can play a big role in hair loss. So managing stress through exercise, meditation, all those types of things can be helpful. Finally, if you're struggling with hair loss, talk to your doctor. There might be medical options available to you. There might be treatments available that can slow down the hair loss or even regrow hair. Don't just sit back and watch it happen. Talk to your doctor about it. See what options are out there for you. Question number 2. What are some tips to stop sweating profusely? Yes, sweating. We all sweat. That is normal. Your body does that to regulate temperature. However, if it's getting in the way of your day-to-day, if you're sweating more than you used to, that could be something to pay attention to. So a couple things you can do. Number 1, make sure you're staying hydrated. When your body is dehydrated, it can actually make sweating worse. So make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids throughout the day. Number 2, you want to avoid hot environments if possible. And finally, you want to wear breathable clothing. Those 3 things will help you tremendously. Now, if you're still struggling with sweating, go see your doctor because there might be underlying medical conditions that are causing you to sweat more. And your doctor can help you figure out what those are and come up with a treatment plan. All right, next question. This is a great question. Someone asked, how do you deal with being highly self-critical? Oh man, I know this one. I struggle with this every single day. We all do, right? I mean, we're all human. Sometimes we fall short, sometimes we don't reach our goals. We set these goals and we miss them. And it's hard. It's really hard when you set these goals and you miss them, especially if they're goals that you set for yourself. You know, like I want to lose weight, or I want to build muscle, or I want to start a business, or whatever it is. And it's hard when you look at yourself and you think, man, I should be further along than this. I should be in better shape. I should be making more money. I should be doing more. Here's the thing. I believe in progress, not perfection. Yes, we all fall short. Yes, we all miss goals sometimes. But it's the progress that you make over time that matters. That's what you should focus on. Focus on the progress. Be kind to yourself when you miss a workout, when you eat something that's not quite on plan, when you don't reach your goals. Be kind to yourself and keep moving forward. That's the important thing. Next question. How to deal with feeling overwhelmed and anxious about life? Well, first of all, I applaud you for asking this question. It takes a strong person to recognize that they need help and to ask for help. And that's what you're doing here. You're recognizing that, hey, I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm feeling anxious. I don't know what to do. Take a deep breath. Feel grateful that you have the ability to take care of yourself. You're taking the first step by asking this question. Now, what you need to do is seek out professional help, okay? Go talk to a therapist, go talk to a counselor. They can help you work through some of these issues, and they can teach you some skills to cope with anxiety and to feel less overwhelmed. You might also want to consider speaking to your doctor, because anxiety and feeling overwhelmed can be caused by physical ailments sometimes. So it's good to rule those things out. But the most important thing you can do is seek professional help. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. Next question. What is the best way to deal with anger? Well, anger is a natural emotion. We all get angry from time to time. It's how you handle that anger that's important. So, a couple things you can do. Number 1, identify the source of your anger. Why are you angry? What happened? Is it something that happened in the past that's still lingering? Is it something that's happening right now? Identify the source of your anger. Once you've identified the source, you can start to work through it. You can start to process it. You can start to let it go. Another thing you can do is practice relaxation techniques. If you feel yourself getting angry, take a deep breath. Count to 10. Whatever it takes to calm yourself down so you don't say or do something that you'll regret. And finally, you want to find healthy ways to express your anger. Exercise is great for this. Writing in a journal is great for this. Talking to a trusted friend or family member can be helpful. Find healthy ways to express your anger so that you don't bottle it up inside where it can fester and grow. All right, next question. How do you stay committed to your goals when no one is watching? Well, this is a great question because it's so true. A lot of us are more likely to stick to our goals when we feel like people are watching us. But what happens when no one is watching? That's when it gets tough. That's when we have to rely on our own intrinsic motivation. So a couple things you can do. Number 1, make your goals specific and measurable. If your goal is to lose weight, say I want to lose 10 pounds in the next month. That's a specific and measurable goal. It's easier to stay committed to that than it is to just say I want to lose weight. Another thing you can do is find an accountability partner. This could be a friend, this could be a family member, this could be a personal trainer. Whoever it is, make sure that you have someone that you can check in with regularly. Tell them your goals and ask them to help you stay accountable. Finally, reward yourself. When you reach your goals, reward yourself. You know, if you reach a milestone, reward yourself. Buy yourself something nice, take a vacation, whatever it is that makes you happy. Reward yourself for staying committed to your goals. You know what's crazy? There's this entire channel dedicated to helping men just like you. And the number one piece of advice we all give is always the same. It might not be the answer that you want to hear, but it's always the truth. So here it is. Why men's health starts with talking about the things we avoid. Why is it so important for us to talk about the things that we don't want to talk about? Why is it so important to address those issues that we try to sweep under the rug? Well, there are many reasons why, and today we're going to go over some of them. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to one simple fact. Ignoring your problems doesn't make them go away. In fact, it usually makes things much worse. Think about it. When was the last time you tried to ignore a problem only to have it come back and bite you in the arse? How many times have you said to yourself, I can handle this, or I don't need any help? Well, if you're being honest with yourself, the answer is probably more times than you can count. But you know what? That's okay, because we've all been there before. We've all tried to pretend that everything is fine when it's anything but. And we've all learned the hard way that ignoring your problems is never the answer. So let me ask you something. What is stopping you from getting the help that you need? What is keeping you from talking to someone about what you're going through? Is it pride? Is it shame? Is it fear? Whatever it is, know this, you're not alone. Most men struggle with this, myself included. But the truth is, we need to stop pretending that we're invincible. We need to stop acting like we don't need anyone else. Because the reality is, we do need each other. Talking about our problems doesn't make us weak. It makes us human. And here's the thing, my friend, life is hard enough as it is. Why make it harder by trying to go it alone? You're not meant to do this by yourself. You were meant to lean on others, to rely on others, to love and support each other. That's what makes us men. It's not about being strong all the time. It's about being able to be vulnerable when needed. Now I know what you're thinking. But Alex, what if I open up and people find out I'm not as strong as they think I am? Well, here's the thing. The people who truly matter will only feel more love and respect for you. The people who don't understand won't be there for you anyway. So why do it for them? Why waste your time trying to impress those who don't deserve it? Instead, focus on the people who really matter. Focus on the ones who will be there for you no matter what. Now, I know that can be difficult for some of us. Some of us have trust issues. Some of us have been hurt in the past. But here's the thing, my friend. You have to take a risk. You have to trust that the people you open up to will be there for you. And if they're not, then you can always move on to the next person. But don't give up on talking about your problems. Don't give up on being vulnerable. It's worth it, I promise. The benefits of doing so are endless. Not only will you feel lighter and happier, but you'll also be able to connect with others on a deeper level. You'll build stronger relationships and you'll become a better leader. People will be drawn to you because they'll be able to sense your authenticity. They'll see that you're not afraid to be yourself and that you're willing to be vulnerable. And that is what it means to be a real man, not the other way around. By talking about our problems, we not only help ourselves, but we also help others. We show them that it's okay to not be okay. We give them permission to be vulnerable, and that is a powerful thing. We become role models for those around us when we're willing to share our struggles and our triumphs. We inspire others to do the same, and that creates a ripple effect that can change the world. Think about the young boys in our lives, the young men. Do we want them to grow up believing that they have to be strong all the time? Or do we want them to know that it's okay to be vulnerable, to talk about their feelings? We want them to know that they can come to us, their role models, and share their struggles without fear of being judged. We want them to know that we were all broken at some point, and that's okay, and guess what? By talking about our own problems, we teach them how to do that. We show them that they can talk about their feelings and that it wouldn't make them less of a man. We show them that it's okay to be vulnerable and that they shouldn't be ashamed of it. It's our responsibility as men to pass on the right lessons to the next generation, and that starts with being honest about our own struggles. Talking about our problems also helps us to grow. It forces us to confront our issues head-on, and that is where growth happens. Confronting our fears, our insecurities, our weaknesses, that is how we become stronger. When we choose to ignore our problems, they don't go away. They fester and they grow until they become bigger issues. But when we face our problems head-on, we kill them in the bud. We stop them from growing into bigger issues. When we talk about our problems, we're able to get perspective. We're able to see things more clearly. We're able to think more rationally, and that is when we're able to come up with solutions. But we can't come up with solutions if we're just sweeping our problems under the rug. We need to address them. We need to deal with them. And the best way to do that is to talk about them. It's important to remember that you're not alone in this. Reach out to your friends, your family, your mentors. Talk to them about what you're going through. They want to help you. They really do. Even if it's hard to open up, even if it's scary, do it. It's worth it. You deserve it. We all do. So, my brothers, let's talk about our problems. Let's be vulnerable. Let's be authentic. Let's be real. Let's be strong enough to admit when we're struggling and smart enough to know when to ask for help. The world needs our voices. The world needs our stories. The world needs our strength. The world needs our vulnerability. Don't wait another day to start taking care of yourself. You're worth it. We all are. Let's make this the year that we finally put our mental health first. Let's make this the year that we stop pretending that we're invincible and start living authentically. Let's make this the year that we become the best versions of ourselves. I know you can do it. I believe in you. We all do. Now go out there and take care of yourself. Go out there and be the best man you can be. Go out there and make this the best year of your life. We are with you every step of the way. And that wraps up today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you're able to apply it to your own life. Remember, you're not alone in this. Reach out for help when you need it and be there for others who are struggling. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching.